I know I came back to talk to you before the show and just say how much I liked the movie. And what struck me interesting about the movie is that this is a classic James Ellroy novel about Los Angeles and Los Angeles detectives in the 50s. There are 2 million out-of-work actors, American actors in Los Angeles, and for the 2 key roles, they go with 2 Australian guys. And I was curious, was this something, you think there are a lot of people that are angry about this in Los Angeles?
I think it was the director's sort of idea that when you see those 2 characters, he didn't want you to assume that they were the people that you were going to follow, you know?
And you do a great American, you guys both do great American, you and Guy Pearce do excellent American accents. You'd never know that you were Australian when you see the picture.
There's a lot of Australian history in terms of Hollywood. You know, Errol Flynn was an Australian. Chips Rafferty, John Mellion, Peter Finch, Mel.
Yes, he's French. Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Was it? Is it easy to do the American accent? Because I find it very easy to do the Australian accent.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You just say, "Put another shrimp on the barbie." Doesn't that sound exactly, I mean, to the untrained ear?
But we don't actually have shrimps, we have prawns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you do say, "That's not a knife, this is a knife."
All the time.
You say that constantly.
Mainly in restaurants.
You're allowed to hit me at any point.
Can you ad-lib in an Australian accent, though?
G'day, mate. How was that?
Going well.
Is it hard? Is it hard to do the American accent? I mean, I'm just being a
not
clown.
necessarily. As long as you can be as long as the director can be geographically specific, and obviously with LA Confidential, it's very easy because they come from LA, you know. But like on The Quick and the Dead with Sam Raimi, he changed the location of the man's birth 4 times. I think we started with Alabama. Then he said, "No, Russell, Texas." You know.
Is Gilbert Gottfried directing this movie?
Sam and Gilbert have a lot in common.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was also to talk about your character for just a moment. Your character, Bud White, very violent character, physically violent, and yeah, it works great in the movie. And hey, I love violence. I'm all for it. I think we need more of it in this America. Yeah. Is it?
Talk about it.
Is it something where you had to get special training in how to make those moves, how to hit, how to, some of the self-defense moves that you use in the movie?
Well, there's always a very specific kind of physical part of the character. But fortunately, Los Angeles and the police department have had the spotlight on them for a long time. And I mean, it's the city that's the center of the film industry. So they've been using film as a medium to promote themselves and to teach their new recruits since the 40s. Actually, but the 1940s training films that we saw, I don't know what's changed with the way perpetrators act these days, but if you actually tried to apply those moves that they trained you to do, you wouldn't get very far.
This is from you studied a 1940s self-defense movie that was used for the police department.
Yeah, it was specifically a police...
Like, what's a move that they teach you in that?
Do you want to be a prop, Andy?
Sure, I usually am.
Can you be
I'll
give you...
Hey, come on, he opened the door, I walk through it.
The god of comedy smiles but once. So get into that perpetrator mood.
All right.
That's your motivation. Right. So we'll have to stand up, though.
Screw.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, I don't know. You've either got to be like...
Wait, do we need to get this out of the way? Hold on. That's a union violation,
The only city that they still use this move is San Francisco.
Huh?
This is actually a trained move.
Officer!
So, perpetrators got to be...
The idea is that I'm so incapacitated because you have one hand pressed up against my nether regions?
Either that or
your
it's an
nether
ongoing friendship.
regions? What's going on, Granny?
It's TV. I can't say what I really want to say.
If
but is that
Joan
a real...
can go rodents rectum, you can go wherever you want, Andy.
That's an actual move to pull your hand up there?
So we didn't actually use those moves. We kind of used parts of them, like little leg flicks and stuff. There was a lot of stuff about getting people's ankles and stuff in those.
Grab the
old
ankles.
Films.
That's the first thing they teach you.
Get people to the ground. But when you watch the training films, I mean, the perpetrators, whenever the policeman comes near them, they just go totally dead still. You know, they don't move. You know, they don't try and sort of get out of it or anything or run away. You know.
Oh no, no one runs away.
Of course not. Not from the LAPD.
No, of course, we talked about how you're from Australia. I was curious. You weren't always as successful as you are now. You had some hard times, and you had some strange jobs. What kind of stuff were you doing in Australia?
A couple of the worst gigs. Straight out of high school, I actually worked with a guy who was in a band, and I had to introduce the band every night. And I had to say the jokes that he picked for me to say, and then do this, do an introduction, And then I was also a bingo caller. Actually, do you want me to do an intro for Max?
Yeah. Do the intro that you used to do.
All right, if you want to jilly jive and bust around, we got the sound, 850 whaling pounds of sound. We got more bounce to the ounce. Here's another knockdown, 950 nifty that's going to take you high. Right up there in the sky, up there where the air is rare and the seagulls stare. It's going to make you flap your wings, do crazy things, get your kicks from those lovely chicks. If you want to move it, if you want to groove it, if you want to get on, get up that night, this is the thing, the real thing, the ring-a-ding-ding. He is the king, and that's a fact. This band is going to take you to heaven. Put your hands together for Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg Family.
Yeah! Good Lord!
I just ad-libbed that one.
You just made that up.
Yeah.
You've got a job, my friend. If you get tired of being a movie star, it'll be a great thing to have at the top of our show.
I was a bingo caller for a while there too, actually.
You were a bingo?
Well, when I was young, I just kind of like whatever job, however loosely associated it was with the entertainment industry, that's the job I wanted to do.
Wow, I'm in entertainment.
You didn't talk as fast, though, did you, when you were calling bingo?
Yeah.
It would have caused heart attacks.
Yeah. I was
Please.
working on this resort island called Pakatoa, which is actually like a very short ferry ride just outside of Auckland, New Zealand. And they used to have this bingo thing on a Sunday morning when one ferry load of people would come in and the other ferry load would be going out, And they had this 5 games for $1 thing going on. And when I started working there as the entertainment manager with my purple blazer, I kind of changed it around. I decided to go for like $1 a game, and $5 a game for a special game. So it suddenly became high stakes bingo. And so the people leaving the island and stuff, the crowds got bigger and bigger and bigger on the Sunday with more and more blue rent set, people coming there like shaking, getting involved in the high stakes bingo game. But that was fun for a while, and I was skimming off the top as you have a want to do,
We thought that's what this whole interview's been leading up to.
And,
take them away, fellas.
And
part of the bingo mafia.
But one particular Sunday when I just got a little bit too bored with what I was doing, I started changing the rhymes, And that's like sacrilegious when you're a bingo lover. And because you have number 1, Kelly's Eye, 59, the Brighton Line, Toot Toot, 88, Two Fat Ladies, Wobble Wobble, 22, Two Little Ducks, Quack Quack.
Oh yeah, I mean all the classics.
Yeah. So I'm doing this stuff over and over again every weekend, and then one day I just pull out the number. I said, number 1, up your bum. And they just kind of got a little bit of a reaction. There was a little bit of a sort of shimmy through the audience.
There's a theme to this evening, isn't there?
And then later on, number 8 came out, and I said, number 8, One Fat Lady, But it was when number 18 came out, and I said 1, 8, 18, up the bum of a fat lady, that the management decided they should have a conversation with me.
They injected you in the head with something.
Unfortunately, I had to leave that job.
Oh, well, things worked out great. LA Confidential is in theaters right now. Best movie I've seen in quite a while.
Thanks.
And
Coming
really
from
great.
you, seeing the last one you saw was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's incredible.
I told him that before. I love that movie. The car flies and it's fun. Russell Crowe, very cool to always have you on the program. Come back again. Will you do that?
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much. Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys are coming up. We'll be right back.